So let's just go ahead and get started. Hey, Black Beachbody leadership and culture community. I'm Keyshawn Graves. I work on the Beachbody Coach Development Mentoring team, and it is officially November of 2018, which is crazy. Before we get started into our mastermind, I just want to say welcome to any new coaches in this group, part of the Team Beachbody family. Welcome to your new beginning. I have been hugely impacted. My family's been hugely impacted by Beachbody, and I really believe that it's a powerful vessel that we can use to help us reach our personal goals. And so as you guys have made the decision to become a coach and to pay it forward and to start a business, a brand, whatever it is that you're working to accomplish, I really do believe in my heart that this is an amazing way to get you there. So welcome to your new beginning. Let's get ready to change some lives, namely our own. So I hope that y'all had a good October. In October, we were doing the Make Your Mark promotion, and it was really, really fun to see some of these toot your horns and celebrating success. So just wanted to shout out a few people. And I'm going to miss people, so I'm going to apologize in advance, but want to say congrats to Takaya Hudson for being consistent with her vital behaviors. That consistency is going to pay off. Janie Bodie, who earned Success Club 10 by the 10th, qualified for 3-star diamond. Nina Milan, Alma Medina Felder, both passed their 2B mindset certification. Kanisha Hill earned a $100 bonus for adding 5 coaches in 5 weeks. That's 1 coach a week at least. Whoop, whoop. Nika McCleary for staying consistent during her move. She moved from Florida to Hawaii. Jamise Lurcius and Cherie Sistrunk Downing, who both earned Success Club for the first time in October. Clarissa Alfaro, Jeanette Chandler, who also hit Success Club, and anyone else who may not have tooted their own horn or shout out their success who hit Success Club in October. Alicia Alper, who helped 4 people in October. Sybil Cooper, who has been incredibly intentional about getting and staying out of her comfort zone. Vanessa Ross, who earned Success Club and enrolled 2 new coaches, 1 new customer. Felicia Harris added a new coach. Ramona Hainsworth helped 3 new clients get started. And anyone who I miss, because I know I miss, who is crushing it, whether it be your workouts, Christian, you're inviting, adding people to your network, to your team. Keep it up, y'all, because what I'm noticing is that this group right here, you guys are doing some really amazing things, and it's really fun to see how much of an impact we're making and how much we are growing and evolving just in this past year, just really since Summit. And definitely want to say thank you to all of our guest speakers and hosts from October for our Focus Fridays trainings and our Webinar Wednesdays, and to those of you who participated in that sneak peek. And definitely always got to give a shout out to my right hand woman, Joyelle, who is an angel. Thank you so much for your leadership in the Black group. So onward and upward, here we are. It's November. We have a lot to focus on this month. So y'all ready? The good thing is that you already know this because it's the 5th of the month, so I can go a little bit faster, but if there are any questions, stop me. And I'm just going to mute. Who do I need to mute? I think I'm going to mute you, Quay. I'm going to mute you, and I'm going to mute you, Denise. All right. So No Excuse November, that's $20 off of all challenge packs, all completion packs. And so just as we're thinking strategically, getting clients started as coaches this month with that $20 off could also guarantee them a step for Transform 20. So just be thinking strategically as we're getting people started this month for December. Also, if you're wanting to qualify for Elite, Premier, or NLC, that's the New Leader Conference that's happening next year. And if you don't know what any of those are, put it in the comments. We'll type the FAQ in there so you can learn more about it. But the 22nd of this month is the last day to begin qualifying for the rank necessary for those recognition programs. Also, I mentioned earlier the Transform 20, the STEP. There's a Step It Up promotion. That's while supplies last. I won't go into detail there. The FAQ is 8220. And for my diamond and below coaches, if you are diamond and below and you purchased your summit ticket before October 31st, hopefully you took advantage of that $145 ticket sale. But if you also qualify for Success Club in October, then you can qualify for $200 bonus points of travel cash. towards Summit. So you'll want to earn Success Club this month and next month to lock it in, but all the details are at FAQ 3394. Y'all, take advantage of that. Get that $200. That can really be hugely indispensable as we're talking about going to these business conferences because you're eating out a lot, you're taking lots of Ubers, things like that. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, they're both coming up. The 20th through the 26th. So how are you planning? How will you leverage that? It's a great opportunity to stock up on samples to give out to potential clients, to potential coaches. It's a great way to stock up for your gifts, for your challengers or your coaches, if that's what you do. And even for yourself, just to familiarize yourself with some of our things, our apparel, and the things that will be on sale during that Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Lastly, we're doing a shipping test. There are some caveats in the shipping test, the holiday shipping test. Again, I'm not going to go into detail, but the FAQ is 2029, but it's $2 shipping, y'all, $2 shipping. But be sure to check the coach breaking news for anything else that I may have mentioned. But those, I think, are some of the key things that we're focusing on this month. So leverage those promotions, especially if they align with your goals and your mission. I think we try to be really intentional about these promotions. And so I think that they are a great way for you to further that mission that you have and help people and help them reach their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives, that whole thing. So who do we have on? Any wins before we jump in? Any wins from the month, from the week? Anybody want to share anything? If not, we're gonna go on in. All right. Okay, let me unmute you because maybe you can't. Oh, there you go.
I just want to tell you, I started teaching PIO down here in Tampa, and it's been pretty amazing.
Yes, and how you've been there for 2 weeks.
For teaching, yes. Yep.
Good for you. Great. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. I think that getting out, if you have those certifications, it's a great way for you to get out in the community, get face to face, belly to belly, share what you're doing and expanding your network. So thank you for sharing that. And hopefully that inspires other people. Any other wins? Okay. So tonight, we're talking about converting challengers to coaches, and this is definitely something that I'm asked about. And we're going to mastermind this topic. But before we get into our mastermind, I wanted to have just a super quick compensation reminder 1.0, super basic. You probably already know it, but when I did my open hours a couple weeks ago, I had a lot of questions about the compensation plan. And so I thought that it would be a good opportunity, especially as we're talking about challenger to coach conversion, to just do this quick little training and reminder of the compensation plan and how you earn, because you can absolutely positively earn an income with your clients and by selling challenge packs. Absolutely. But that is not ideal when we're talking about building a sustainable, long-lasting business. And so in order for us to do just that, build a sustainable, long-lasting business, which hopefully is what we all desire, we have to build a team. And in order to do that, we have to invite to this opportunity. And so I'm just going to share my screen really quick. And you guys just gonna have to see. Hold on, let me see if this slideshow actually plays. Can you guys still see that, or is it still small? Okay, so feel free to stop me, ask any questions, because I definitely want to make sure that we know how to earn income so that we can be mindful of how we're building. I see a lot of us doing, a lot of people in the group who are doing a fantastic job with selling challenge packs. And again, that's an amazing way to earn an income, but it's not going to build you a long-lasting business. So compensation plan, this again, 1.0, super basic. We all know as Beachbody coaches, our mission is real, y'all. We are truly here to help people achieve their goals and live a healthy, fulfilling life. That's truly what we're about. That's truly Carl's mission. What I really like about the integrity of Beachbody is that we stay true to it. Y'all, we could have been open in all the countries, but Carl really feels like and felt like prior to opening up in the United Kingdom that we still had a huge mission here in the United States and in Canada to help change lives right in our backyard. And so he didn't want to be a capitalist and go and just open to make money. He really wants to perpetuate our mission. And then a Beachbody coach is one who duplicates their efforts and teaches others that there is a business opportunity. And there is an opportunity for them to help themselves and to help other people live healthy, fulfilling lives. So I want to just make mention that there is a difference between our compensation plan and our recognition programs. Compensation plan. Those are your challenge packs. Those are your bonuses and the commissions that come with it. I mentioned earlier that Kanisha Hill earned the $100 bonus for signing up 5 coaches in 5 weeks. Did you know about that? That is something to know about. We also have our team cycle bonus. The team cycle bonus is what I'll be talking about most in this conversation, but this is as you're building a team. And every time we earn a certain amount of volume, we earn an income from that based on your rank starting at Emerald. And then we also have a matching bonus. So as you're bringing on people and as they are building teams, well, you also will be able to benefit by matching that. And then we also have a Star Diamond Leadership Bonus Pool where we put aside 2% of the total earnings and we divide it up amongst all of the 2 stars, all the 5 stars, all the 10 stars, and all the 15 stars. And once you get to, let's say, 5-star, you earn the 2 and the 5. And once you get to 15, you earn the 2, the 5, the 10, and the 15. And so some of these bonuses are truly, truly life-changing. I want to say that the 15-star bonus last quarter was $64,000. That's real. And I know that sometimes it's like, girl, that's real. Now, the difference between that is our recognition program, which you can be compensated for it in wear and share and ways to promote your business. There are some elite bonuses, like with the elite coaches, they're in the top 200, they earn about $500 every month just by hitting Success Club and being an elite coach. But that is a recognition program, not a part of our compensation plan. So Elite Premier, Elite 10, all of those are recognition. Success Club is a recognition program and all that entails with the Success Club. Also our monthly promotions. So some of the things that I mentioned, those are also recognition programs. And then attending the events, recognition programs. So going back to this compensation plan, the compensation plan highlights are like this, and this is straight from your PMP. But the best way to help people is with the holistic system. That's the challenge pack. And there's a bonus attached to the challenge pack. Right now, I love the fact that they're $20 off, and it's only a $10 commission deduction. So we can get people started, and we can still be working towards helping 6 people this month and earning $300. Any questions so far? And this example over to the right of the in the diagram shows the residual. So let's go back into team cycle bonus. So we pay out $14 to $18, 14 starting at the Emerald rank. And like I mentioned, once you get a certain amount of volume, which is 300, 200 volume on one leg, 100 volume on the opposite leg, to equal 300. Every time you have 300, you'll be paid a cycle. Remember, our Shakeology is 90 volume points. And so that gives you an idea of how easy it could be to earn these volume points as long as we're building a team, because the team volume comes from your coaches, whereas personal volume comes from your personal orders and your customers. So the team volume comes from your team, and that's why we want to build the team. Does that make sense? Again, this is 1.0, so I'm going kind of fast, but I really do want to make sure that it makes sense. And if you're watching this playback, if I decide to post it, which I think I will, post if you have any questions below, or reach out to me and message me, because I want to make sure we understand, especially as we're talking about challenger to coach conversion, the reason why. And then I talked about our team cycle matching bonus. Well, once you get to the Ruby level, that rare Ruby, you actually earn 5% of the volume earned by your PS coaches. And then once you get to diamond, it's 10%. So essentially this diagram shows how your PS coaches, they're earning an income, and how you are able to maximize off of helping your coaches get started and helping your coaches earn an income too. Does that make sense? And then lastly, I mentioned our star diamond bonus. This is where we set aside the 2% for our 2, 5, 10, and 15 stars. If this makes sense, go for it. Go for it, y'all, because like I mentioned, these bonuses can be life-changing. But the really cool thing is that what we're talking about today and converting our challengers to coaches and building a team, we can build to be earning these bonuses weekly. People are doing it. It's not far-fetched. I'm not talking crazy. And so that is really the goal, to build a long-lasting, sustainable business. And that is not going to happen solely by selling challenge packs. That's not going to happen solely by hitting Success Club. We're going to have to build a team. And you're going to have to keep going and focus on building building star diamonds, getting yourself there and helping your coaches get there. Because diamonds build rank, but the star diamonds, that's what builds the bank. I'm going to stop my screen share. Oh Lord, I can't. Okay, there we go. Any questions? Does that make sense? Was it anything new? Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, so let's open up the floor for our brainstorming and mastermind. We've set the foundation. We know our intentions. We know our mission. And now we're going to talk about how you are specifically, what and how you're specifically doing in order to convert challengers to coaches. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to open up the floor. Who wants to start? Quay, why don't you start?
So I mainly got on so I can get some help on how to do this, because what I'm doing doesn't seem to be working. My challengers, I watch them, I take note of which ones are doing a good job and which ones are like following my directive when I try to get them to like post stuff on their page. And those are the ones I reach out to and offer the coaching opportunity to them, because I feel like they're, if you can be a great challenger and you're motivating people as a challenger, then I feel like they can do it as a coach and get paid instead of always referring them back to me. But unfortunately, it's not working in my favor yet. So
when they send you the referrals, Quay, do you ever show them like, hey, this, that when you send me these people, this is how much you could have made yourself? Do you ever show them the nitty gritty detail?
No, I've never actually showed them the details. I've just said like, I'll tell them what happened, like, hey, you sent this person to me. They purchased something from me and I just got a check from it where you could have gotten it, and that's how I got one person to sign up as a coach, but that's it. Only one. It's only worked with one person so far.
Okay, well, we're gonna celebrate the one, and then I'm gonna say that maybe it's not broken. Maybe we need to expose it more.
Okay.
But let's continue to brainstorm, and I'm so thankful for you for going first. Who has something for us? If not, then I do. Camille, you've been doing a really good job at bringing on coaches and coaches who are rocking.
Me myself. Thank you so much. I just got on here, so I don't really know what y'all talking about. But I think if you're talking about challenges to coaches, I did have a coach, Challenger Lynette. She became a discount coach. Her problem was because she just was not confident in posting. But once I shared her transformation, and people from her page was commenting on it. She actually finally shared on her page. So I think it might be just helping them to get more comfortable. So then maybe you could talk to your challenges into being coaches. But they definitely have to have a comfort level within themselves to do so. So,
was there anything outside of you sharing her transformation picture to get her more comfortable?
I think when she lost that 50 pounds.
Woo-hoo!
Right. It took her a year and 50 pounds before she finally first posted her first transformation herself. I posted her like several times when she was 15 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, and then finally when she got to 50 pounds, she was comfortable enough to post her own transformation. But yeah, I don't know. I tried to offer personal development to her. Now she's just now about to start her You're a Badass. But the first year, I just couldn't give her she didn't want anything more.
So it sounds like, okay, so far asking for the referral, showing them what their referral earned you, a little bit of patience. Did you guys know that it takes at least 13 weeks to have a mindset shift? Meaning you can do all the vision boards you want and all the affirmations you want, but it doesn't mean anything unless you focused on really truly believing in yourself and in your power for at least 13 weeks. So I wonder if that plays a role in that, Camille, because that patience part is definitely, it's like we can put them up, we can put them in the place of coach potential, but ultimately we gotta be patient as much as we are ambitious. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Okay, well then I'm gonna go over to some of that I have on my list. So converting coaches to challengers. I'm gonna pull up my outline really quick. So we can offer a what's next to your challengers. So verbiage that I've heard used before is, congrats on the first program. Let's talk about what's next and how to keep these results going. There's a way for you to get your nutrition paid for, whether that be your shake, performance line, daily sunshine, beach bars, whatever it is. And that's by helping 3 people with what you purchased. And it's that verbiage, especially if they purchased a challenge pack. So you'll want to go help someone, 3 people, with exactly what you just bought. They're not overcomplicating it. They're saying it like that. Also, if people are asking about your results, make sure that you let me know, because there's a bonus attached to those referrals. So that goes back to kind of what we just said. And lastly, I know I love a good discount. This is the verbiage. I want you to also know that there's a way that you can get a discount on your products that have completely curbed your appetites and curbed that little booty. It's 25% off. And so where do you think you lay? Do you want to get it for free? Do you want to work on getting it for free? You want to just every now and then be earning some referral cash, or do you want to get the 25% off? Which one? And saying it very matter-of-factly, but this is not to onesie twosie, or I think she'll be a good one, because one of the greatest faults of a leader is not paying attention to the quiet one. So we don't want to miss the opportunity to bring on that quiet rock star by not sharing this. And that's a great way. Hey, I would be a disservice if I didn't give you the what's next and how to earn or how to get a discount. So that's a great way for us to go about converting challengers to coaches. And I've seen it done in really fun ways. I've seen it done like at the end of a challenge group or the end of a program. Even for people who have rolling challenge groups, they just every 30 days, they'll have this party type of thing, and they make it their own. So if their niche or part of their brand is coffee, maybe they're doing this on a Sunday around coffee. If their brand is champagne, then maybe they're doing a champagne toast. I've heard it called all different kind of things, but essentially it's like this fun way to talk about what's next. It's almost like a pseudo sneak peek at the end of your challenge group. Joya, did you have something to add to that? I see you shaking. Nope. Okay. The second thing I have is setting the expectation while they are enrolling as a challenger. So we've already identified, I'm going to mute you, Shiana. We've already identified that you all do a fantastic job of getting challengers. What if we set the expectation when they're enrolling that they're going to get good results? And so they should just go ahead and sign up as a coach now. This is what people are saying. This is not just coming from me. This is from the leaders that I'm working with. And they're saying it boldly and matter of factly, like, look, you signed up to do this program. You're going to get good results. Like, you're going to get bomb results. And so let's go ahead and get you started up now. That way, when people begin to ask about what you're doing, you've already got it set up so that you can earn. The third thing I have, and this goes back to kind of what Camille was mentioning earlier, and that is putting your challengers in the place of coach potential. So that's incorporating personal development. We mentioned it takes 13 weeks to have a mindset shift. Well, what if we can incorporate them beginning to have that belief piece and that belief in themselves and the belief in what they can do and the belief that they can do what you do as a coach, as an influencer, as a brand, as a whatever it is? What if we can begin to help them break some of their barriers that they have blocking themselves from their own potential in the challenge group, through PD, through YouTube clips that motivate, through work, actual work, doing the work to begin to believe in themselves, but making it, a team thing. There's nothing like linking together with like-minded people and working on yourself. Asking them to co-host and to co-lead groups. Girl, your energy is the bomb. Do you mind like just going live and just motivating people to press play today and putting them in the place of coach potential like that? Not in a pressure way. I'm not asking you to run my challenge group. Now you could. I've heard people do that before. I'm not asking you to run my challenge group, but girl, you're the bomb and your energy is necessary. Let me tell you, I don't think this group would be as successful if you were in it. And it's real. This is coming from a real place. We're not being fake. This is, we're not lying to them. We're being real, but we're being bold with our thoughts and with our thoughts, and we're saying it. Also getting, asking their opinion on the business. What do you think about this? What do you think about compensation? I'm thinking about expanding locally in your area. Do you want to meet? This is a great opportunity for them to sit down with you and kind of learn about it without really learning about it. And you can team up with again, like-minded people. Maybe it's a brand, someone who's built a brand. So you can meet up like that and ask about business. Getting your challengers transformation pictures, like frequently. Like on them, like I need it weekly. And if they're not willing to post it themselves, that's okay. But let's us post it. Maybe they're like, no, I don't want you to post it. Well, we can ask if we can put an emoji over their face and then post it. Because what happens is much like what Camille said, even if it takes a year, what's going to happen is that they're going to see the comments. They're going to see the likes. They're going to get all the good feels and the what's it called? No, it's not called melatonin. Let me stop. I forgot the word. But they're going to get all the good feels that comes with seeing that. And then we can let them know what's next and let them know that they could be earning a little bit of side cash from these comments, from these likes. I don't want them. I want you to have them. You said that you needed XYZ. Dopamine. Thank you. Oh, Lord. You be right here with me. Thank you. Also, your current customers, so that's in putting your challengers in the place of coach potential. Current customers, reaching out to them, the ones from way back when that are still in your pipeline, go back to them. They already know, like, and trust you. Don't forget about them because acquisition is very much so a part of our business, but so is retention. And sometimes we're so focused on grow that we're not cultivating what we've already grown. So make sure that you go back to those people and you ask them what's up, if they're ready to get started again with their journey, or if they're ready to make some extra cash and do this. Whatever way that they need to do it, are they ready? And then, let's see, where am I at? And asking, period. That's a given. Asking. If you don't ask, the answer will definitely be no. So asking your challengers to become coaches. You'd be really good at what I do. Or have you considered doing what I do? Have you considered being an influencer? Have you considered being a coach? Have you considered Team Beachbody as an additional stream of income? Whatever verbiage makes the most sense for your network, use it, know it, use it, but we have to make sure that we are inviting to it. And then make sure that what you do looks like fun. Show the community, tag each other. Do your calls to actions in the challenge groups, in your post. Show what spots this community, we're inviting to our community. We have some spots open for our apprenticeship, for our new coaches. We have 10 spots open, and here are the names of the people who have already committed. Where are you at? Are you ready? And circling that. This is what people are doing, and they are tagging their community, and they're resharing it on each other's pages and each other's stories to show that this is a community thing, and to show that we actually do this together. We coach together. We run this business together. And they show those spots as a sense of urgency. They add coaches when they say, yes, sign me up as a coach. And when they enroll, they add their name. They tag them into that. Such and such joined. That's a way to just get them started. But sharing the ups and downs, and most importantly, being you and being bold, which is not necessarily a challenger to coach conversion tip, but I really feel like that parallels very well. So those were the 6 steps that I have for converting challengers to coaches. What y'all got? Any questions? Push back. Nothing? Y'all are quiet this Monday. Okay. Well, if there are no questions or comments or concerns. Oh, yes, we do have one. Here, I'll unmute you. There you go.
So I just wanted to touch on, you were saying like going back to old customers for coaches.
Yes.
Type thing. So I had a girl that got amazing results with our program, and I know I think it's been about a year since she's been doing it. I don't think she's still doing it anymore, but she has so many people interested in what she was doing, and I've constantly been too afraid to ask her to do this, but I think that she would be great at it. She's a single mom of 2 boys. So do I just stop being a chicken and okay.
I mean, does anybody else who does it, because I know for me it's a little different, does anybody else who does it have any words of advice? Ali, I saw you shaking your head. Yeah, Joyelle said ask her right now. Get off the call and ask her. And the really cool thing is that you can be vulnerable, y'all. Like, you know what? I was a little nervous to reach out, but this has been on my heart for some time now. You got really good results. Did you know that you can be?
Have you read? I'm wondering if you read Get Over Your Damn Self.
Yep.
Because that's one of the chapters she talks about that. The chicken list or something, maybe. What?
I cannot hear. Shh. Not you. I was shushing my kids.
Yeah, but in one of those chapters, she talks about that and Get Over Your Damn Self. I was looking to see what chapter it was, but yeah.
Okay. I'll do that. Because
So
she's been saying that she feels like something is missing. And I'll say it out loud like Beachbody, but I haven't reached out to her yet.
And this is the thing, regardless of what happens with that invitation, you will be stronger and you will be better for the next invitation. So we don't want to attach ourselves to the outcome. We want to attach ourselves to the action. So do it. Like, put yourself on mute and let us know after it's been done. We love you. That's why we pushing you. Anybody else? Hey, Shiana.
Hi. My computer keeps freezing. I don't know why. Sorry, I was late. The baby wasn't cooperating tonight. So one thing that I wanted to say was I posted in our elite group that Joyelle created. It was pretty much like some steps from the same book, Get Over Your Damn Self. And she posted like, you know, how to reach out to a person. And part of it was like, what's in it for them and all that kind of stuff, and going straight for the opportunity instead of going for the product. Because then if they say no, well, then you can divert to the product. So I told them that my challenge was going to be anyone that I reached out to this month, that's what I was going to do. Now, I already had 2 people in the pipeline that I had already sent out links and everything for product. And one girl, she was ready. She was like, get in the mega. And I'm like, you know what? Usually I'm like, hey, she's ready. Let me not bring up something else. And then I brought up coaching, and she looked at the video and she was like, I'm super interested in it. And she like, the link is out, like she's about to do her purchase. And normally that would not happen. Like, I'd be like, nah, she's got, and the mega, like nobody's purchased the mega for me yet. So I'm like, she's getting the mega, and I'm about to talk about coaching. Like, what if she says no to everything now? And this time I was like, no, I'm going for it, because as she said in the chapter, right? Like, you put the question out there, and even if she says no, whatever, it's at least the question's out there, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I just wanted to share that part, because I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that.
Very proud of that. You know, wherever we set the bar is where they're going to go. And at that point, I know that I've said you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, which is kind of not true. But in this particular case, it's like, I'm helping you get a better deal. I would be a disservice not to offer this. So thank you so much for sharing that. And I challenge you guys to be bold as we are planning for Transform 20, to be bold with leading with the higher challenge pack.
Yeah.
And be bold with leading with the opportunity with that challenge pack. That's my challenge to you guys. Thank you, Shiana.
You're welcome. I'll actually post in the Black group the picture summary from that chapter. It was pretty cool. Like, obviously, if you read the book, you'll understand more what the steps are, but they're pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, I'll post it in Black.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Who else do we have one? Okay, Denise, Leah, Joelle, you have anything to add? I posted a link to one of my favorite podcasts, the Life Coach School podcast, and a really good episode, The Worst That Can Happen. And it's not too long.
Quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
Listening to the wake up call today, and you also said it again about setting the expectation. I get lost with that. Setting the expectation either to the coaches or to challengers, and also I get stuck in wording as far as how to word my post, so that way it's just not, oh, good for you, Aaliyah, and then nothing else. So that's where I get stuck at, is just wording it correctly, to the point where I would get more than likes. So I get likes, and I'll, follow up with the likes, whatever, but then it just stops from there.
Would anybody like to chime in? Because this is a mastermind, y'all. On how do you set the expectation? How are you setting expectations?
Currently, I just have whoever responds, I will, ask them about their goals and things like that. And then once I get the answer about what their goals are, some of them won't even respond after the goal setting thing. So I won't go back and like pressure them like, hey, well, you said you wanted, X, Y, and Z. So that part I get stuck with. Me and follow up, I just get stuck at the point where I'm like, because I don't feel like, well, I don't like to beg or feel like I'm begging somebody. So if they don't like answer me beyond surface level questions or answers, then I usually just cut it right there.
So let me help me understand better what where in the conversation it goes astray. So you've reached out, they said yes, you sent them the goal survey, and then they go ghost.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is a few things that we can think about, and again, come on, y'all, talk with us. But a few things we can think about is, one, is that something that you would do, like a goal survey? Two, is it too long if it is? Because sometimes we are thinking about goals, but I do a lot of goal setting workshops, and y'all, people don't actually think about goals. And and so we have to kind of sometimes put ourselves in place. Now, not to give them a way out, because sometimes these are great vetting opportunities, but we want to set them up for success. We want them to win. We want them to actually submit their goals that they do have. So we can go back, and one, is it for your market? Two, is it too long? Three, are we asking the right questions? Four, be bold of following up. Like, hey, did you receive the XYZ? Did you have any questions about XYZ? What do you guys have? What am I missing in that?
So, Aaliyah, you're attached to the outcome. Like, you take it personally, right? When they respond. Because you said that, right? Like, I feel like I'm pestering them. But you guys, everybody's not attached to their phones like we're attached to our phones, right? So I honestly may have forgotten to respond to your survey. I may have changed my mind. And what I've started to do is give people an out, right? And a lot of people will say, well, oh my God, thank you for following up with me. I forgot. And I will say, it's okay if you change your mind, just let me know. We're going to remain friends. I'm still going to support you in whatever it is that you're trying to do. And that's honest, right? That's honest, and that's sincere, and that's authentic. So a couple of things, and this is just my personal opinion, a couple of things that I see happening, and we've talked about this since the beginning of the year, is you are completely, like, you're emotionally attached to the outcome, and it becomes personal to you. And you got to work past that, right? That's a whole bunch of personal development, a ton of personal development. But in the meantime, you still got to do the work. And this is just like a gratitude practice or mindfulness practice or yoga practice. It is practice. Sending the invitation, not being attached to the outcome. Sending the follow-up, not being attached to the outcome. We only get stronger and better at that the more we do it. So as painful as it may be, right? As painful as it may be to send the follow-up, because I think about this. There are a lot of things that I would have missed out on if nobody followed up with me. Yeah. Because life has a way of completely taking over. And if somebody didn't follow up and say, hey, Joyelle, did you forget about, or hey, just checking in. You know, we talked about such and such, just checking in. Another thing before sending the survey, make sure there's some type of exchange. Like, try not to jump right to that survey, but build a little bit, you know, of a relationship or a rapport beforehand. Let people know you're human and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay, but you have to detach from the outcome of this thing and just get in the practice of sending that invitation and sending the follow-up. You guys, I'm a vet coach, and I'll be really honest with you. I had stopped inviting. Like, I'm good. Come to me. like I'm good and I'm good enough. You should come to me. And that's how I felt. And I was floating that way until I was put into this fearless recruiting group. I shared a video in the Black group from Christina Delgado where she talks about recruiting, and she talks about fearlessly recruiting, and she talks about how people are honored to be asked to this opportunity. And I'd never really heard it put that way, right? And she's like, you're offering them a blessing. You're offering them a blessing. And when you approach them the right way, i.e., I'm truly interested in you. I really want to know, about you. I really think that you'd be good at this, and you intentionally seek those people. I've yet to have I've had some people tell me no, but no respectfully. No, thank you for considering me. I've had some people go get ghost, big deal. Who cares? like I did my part. I offered them the opportunity. So do you see this as a blessing? Do you see this as something that can really help somebody and really change their lives? If so, that's the posture you take when you offer it to them. That's the posture you take when you follow up with them. I got something that's going to help you, Keyshawn. I'm excited to share it with you. Seriously. Like, I really believe in this thing. But girl, it's not personal. These people, they're not, it's not, oh, Aaliyah's messaging me. It's not that. It's not
That's
that.
what I see. Thank you.
And then you mentioned something about, I get mixed up with the wording. Sometimes when I hear that, I encourage coaches to slow down, because a lot of times it's just because we're rushing through, trying to get to the sale, trying to get to the outcome, that we're not really taking time to cultivate and build that relationship. And I posted from Angie Belmar in the Black group, where she was talking about, no, I'm like spending time, and yes, it does take a little bit of time, but I'm really taking that time to build a relationship with them. So oftentimes it's not about the wording or not knowing what to say, is that you're maybe, and I'm totally assuming, moving too fast. So another thing, and this comes from, I think this actually comes from Diesel Nation, it's not mine, but someone asked about, well, what about if they go ghost? You could, if you won't, ask for feedback. The verbiage that they've used in this training is, hey, I saw that you read the message and haven't responded. You were so excited. And I know that things happen. My son deletes messages all the time. I would love to get you started, but totally understand it's not for everyone. I would love some feedback, though, if you can let me know how. And honestly, this is a lot. I feel like we could have broken that up, but wanted to share that people are actually going back to some of these people that are ghosting. They also say, relating back to their why. Hey, look, you haven't signed up yet. Just wondering if you knew that I was holding a spot for you. I was really inspired by the way that you wanted to build this business for your little ones while spending time by their side every day. That's the missions a ton of my coaches, including myself, are working towards. So the spot's still there and it's still yours if you want it, but we're closing it tonight. And there's a couple other ones, but I'm not going to lie, I'm not a fan, so I'm not even going to share.
You guys in this recruiting groups, they're doing like 7 follow-ups. Not like 2 or 3. When I saw 7 follow-ups, I was like, what? Like, you want me to keep messaging these people? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can space them out over weeks initially and then months, but people stay around and eventually they join. And was it Camille who said a year? Was it a year? It took her a year, but she continued in that relationship for a year. She wasn't like, oh, she doesn't want to be a coach, I'm done. Like, I'm never going to ask her again. A year.
Yep.
We want to build this thing overnight, and it's not that thing.
Nope. That's a good point. Good point. The statistics say that it's at least seven like invitations, follow-ups before they say yes. And a follow-up is not necessarily, are you ready now? Or, hey, I got the spot open, like I just said. A follow-up is sometimes, hey, I was thinking about you and in my boot camp, in my fitness boot camp, and wanted to share with you this move that I think you would kill. Or I wanted to share with you this recipe that I know your family loves, buffalo chicken dip, but it's healthy, girl. So you can it's guilt-free. So you can also be adding value. You can also be building relationship in that follow-up. Hey, I saw that you ran the Disney marathon. I was thinking about signing up next year. I'm really terrified. Do you have any advice? How did you prepare? And these are real. We're not trying to be fake. Good discussion. Anything else, y'all? Thank you so much. I appreciate you for sharing that. Okay, before we leave, anything else on converting challengers to coaches? Okay. Well, Joyelle, do you have any last minute thoughts for the group? Shiana?
Sorry. I think my mute like freezes Zoom every time I unmute it. But Kalila did have a question in the chat and I told her I would answer her. So she was asking what kind of freemiums do we offer? Okay, so I have a few freemiums, but it always depends on whatever my market wants. So like, you know, when you're like aimlessly just scrolling through your Facebook, which we're not really supposed to do, but we still all do it, you're gonna see people pop up and post things like, oh, I don't know what to have for supper tonight, or I don't know, whatever the case might be. You can see what your market actually needs and then create something that's gonna go based on what they need. Or if you have like a free group and you can ask people in your free group what do they need. If you really dig into who your target market is, then you should technically know what some of those pain points are. And once you know what those pain points are, then you create a freemium for that. So like I have one, it's how to get ready like super quick in the morning, like you're saving time. So I break it down to the steps that they have to do the night before, the steps that they're doing in the morning, and that way they can get out the house super quick without the stress in the morning. So it's like stress-free morning or something like that. I have another one that goes a little bit deeper, and it goes deeper into the nighttime one. Then I have one that has recipes. I have another one where it's like workout type, because they were more looking for workout. So you really just look at what your market needs. I have another one that's a whole bunch of books. I have one that's books based on children, because like, you know, and then I have like little blogs that I did, like when I was pregnant, I did blogs on like first trimester, second trimester, that kind of stuff, and what to pack in your diaper bag, because that was a question that came up 25,000 times in our mommy group. You know, so those, you just look to see what your market needs, and then you create something super quick that you can just share out there. And as Keyshawn was saying, when you're doing these follow-ups with these people, as she said, a follow-up doesn't have to be, are you ready? You could just be providing value. You could just be saying, hey, here's this recipe. Like, these are different things that we could do for follow-ups that people are going to be like, oh my gosh, she didn't actually ask me if I'm ready, but she knows she didn't get back to you. You know? So that's what I would say for the freemiums. You check to see what your market needs, and then you create something quick. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. And worst case scenario, if you don't know, go on Pinterest and type in, like, I don't know, or the Beachbody blog. Oh my God, I did that too. The Beachbody blog, there was some blog that they had on 10 reasons why you're not losing weight. I went live every single day for 10 days and just said what they said in the blog. And then I wrote a blog, put my video in there, and that's what I'm pushing out there. I didn't create it. It's in my words, but I didn't create it. The 10 things are not from me. I took it from the blog. So guys, use all the information that's out there. Pinterest, the Beachbody blog, like there's so many things. Just like switch it up.
Yes. That is like the perfect example of not reinventing the wheel, but making it your own.
Yeah, because I had no time to reinvent nothing.
Anybody got time for that? Then there's no reason to.
Exactly.
So did that answer your question? Okay, she said you're amazing. Sorry, I missed that. All right, y'all. Well, if there is nothing else, Jeanette, let us know what happens. Can't wait to celebrate with you. You doing the action, period. And for everyone else, let's begin preparing for our Transform 20. So begin to think about your strategy so that we can begin to roll it out. Yes, it's in December, but we'll want to get them started now this month for December. So that's my challenge to you guys. She said, will do. I sent the message. Woo! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Y'all, we will see each other next month, the first of the month. Thank you guys so much for being here. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great week.